Here at the 15U National Championship with Brennan Hill playing for Las Vegas this week. He's out of Grosse Pointe North, Michigan. The #1 left-hander in the state of Michigan in the class of 2024. Brennan, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.
So you throw three-quarter, you go from 86 in the fastball down to 64 with the curve. What would you say is your biggest strength as a pitcher?
Just the ability to mix up speeds and timings and like mess with the hitter's timing.
How much do you kind of play around with tunneling and just being able to have that same release point when you're working on the mound?
I work on a lot, just trying to mix them up, mess them up in the mound, just make them think about it. Just try and get outs.
So you come here, everyone knows a Little League World Series alum, your two brothers as well. How much did that experience prepare you for anything that's come after? I mean, any stage that you go to, no offense to any tournament you go to, not likely to be bigger than the Little League World Series.
Yeah, it was a really good experience because it just helped me prepare for, talking to media and getting autographing stuff and just being prepared for all this.
I mentioned your brothers also had that experience. Are there bragging rights within the Hill household in terms of who did the best on that stage?
Somewhat, yeah. All of us didn't get a hit, so there's not a lot of bragging with that, but my team won the most, so I always try to tell them that.
There you go. So at this point, you're uncommitted. Do you have a timetable on, when this is the point where I feel like I need to be committed to a school?
Not like a strict, I'm committing by this time, but by the end of the summer, it'd be good to be committed, but if not, it's still fine just because I know that I have to take my time and I want to make the right choice.
Obviously the word was out on you before you'd even thrown a high school inning. How does that recruiting process go? I mean, when everyone knows who you are before you've even put on that high school uniform?
It's a little weird because I was a freshman, hadn't played, and most people knew who I was already. So it was a little weird, but it's nice to have a target on your back so you can just perform better. So what I want to do now, I'm going to give you a ball and have you go through your pitch grips. Talk a little bit about your strengths and weaknesses as a pitcher. Sound good? Yeah, let's get it. For my fastball grip, I try to get in between the seams like this and try to make some arm side run, kind of like a two-seam fastball. And for my curveball, I go with a knuckle curve and have my fingers like this on the ball, and then try and snap it through to get the spin down, like the downhill spin. And then for my changeup, I work like this and just make sure I'm pronating to get the nice arm and drop that, like the arm side run and the drop that I need.
Brennan, thank you so much. Make sure everybody is following us on LakePoint Sports across all social media and subscribing on YouTube for all the latest happening on campus.